YouTubers. As I said, I will show you a little bit more with this Dremel, and I'm going to do a bit of wood burning. This will just be a test, because I thought if you wait until I'm decided to do a project, then you could be waiting for a long time, because I don't know when I'm going to do one. So I thought I'd just do a test and we'll learn together on how well it works. What I've done is I've done a bit of, cut a piece of MDF, just a small piece, and I'll show you. And I've written on it in one of these Sharpies, which is running out at the moment, to be quite fair. This is a test, and so we'll give it a go and see how well it works. So just give me a minute to set it up, and I shall show you. Okay, right, well, let's just get this out of here. Now, in the instructions, it's not, to be fair, it's not very intuitive of what tools to necessarily use for what. I mean, obviously some it's self-explanatory really. I mean, I don't know if you can see that, that's the solder tip. And good grief, get this out of here. I should have got these out of here before I started rolling the video. Right, there you go. That's the blowtorch. You don't get an actual flame as such coming out of there, but you get a stream of heat coming out of there like you wouldn't believe. And when you've got that other piece on, you've got that other bit on, I am assuming that when you've got this other bit on, I also put this on top, on the front, and yeah, it gave out a narrow beam of heat, and yeah, so that works pretty well, that works extremely well. But what I've done, can you hear the wind in the background? It is windy, I've got to tell you. Right, now there's two blades, there's like a hot knife, and there's like another one which is sort of similar to a hot knife but a bit bigger. But what I've done is I've actually put it on the actual Dremel itself. I've got that cover on it now, by the way. I just pulled that off. Protective cover. It just pulled off. And what I've done is I've put this tool on. It literally screws in into the front here. You've got a couple of spanners, which I showed you briefly in the other video. You've got one which is slightly wider than the other, and that fits on there so that you don't damage the rest of the tool, and then you've got the one for actually putting the bit on. So that's how that works. Don't need to over tighten it. And you just put it on so it won't fall off, that's it. Alright, so we'll just move the rest of that to one side a minute. And right, so we have our bit of board right now. I don't know how long this is going to take the heat up, because as you see, I haven't actually used it yet, it's still bright chrome. So we'll fire it up. Now I'm assuming that we're going to need it on the top setting, but for now we'll try it on the lowest gas setting and see how we go with that. So it's literally, we're going to get a bit of a whistle when it first starts. Push that forward, pull back. Okay, make me out to be out in here. There you go. Okay, this is it. Right, and then you put the lock on, and if you can see, that's glowing just inside that nice bit. Got an orangey colour. And we'll give that a chance to heat up. I'm going to leave it on the low setting for a moment because I just want to see how effective it is. Alright, by the way that is glowing like that, I think that's not going to take too long to get hot. So just bear with me a minute. Not changing colour yet, so maybe I do need to turn it up to a higher heat. Okay, we'll whop that up a little bit. See how that goes. So this is the first time that I've actually put this on, so it might take some burning in, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, it's starting to change colour now, it's going to a straw colour. Oh yes, that's definitely changing colour now. Yeah, that is slowly creeping up, the colour's changing. Right, well, I'm assuming that's going to be hot enough now, we'll give it a go. So just bear with me. It feels sort of quite big in your hands, but it's definitely burning it without a problem. Oh yeah, I'd say that was working. It's probably going to react on different types of wood. I mean, this is MDF, so MDF will probably react differently to other types of wood. It's definitely working. I suspect you could probably use the soldering iron tool for this job, rather than make sure it's clear of solder, or just buy an extra bit and just use it for wood burning. Now this is going to be a tricky bit, trying to do an S. Not quite sure how that's going to work. We'll give it a go. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, okay. That, I'm not sure is the right tool for that. No, it's a bit bulky for that, I think. I definitely think for intricate work you probably need to use the soldering head, because I mean, for straight lines no problem, but for intricate work no, I would say not. I mean, you can. When I had a kit before, a proper burning kit, you know, a burning kit, it was made for burning wood only. That had like a soldering bit in it. It was literally like a soldering bit. So I've got a feeling that that is probably the way to go. Yeah. I mean, you can do it with this, but it is definitely harder. And I think if you want to get best results, it's probably better to use the, as I say, a soldering bit. And if you don't want to muck up your soldering bit and you want to keep it for soldering, then your best bet is to have one just for wood burning only. Again, you'd have to experiment. I don't doubt Dremel do different tips for this, different soldering tips, flat blade type and a pointed type, which is what comes standard in the box. So yeah, it's just a bit of an experiment really. Yeah, I've got a dot at the bottom here, that's not going to be so easy, is it? But it's like anything, it's you take the time if you want to get the results, you know. Don't expect things to be done in 2 minutes. So yeah, that's not bad. Quite pleased with that. For the first time out. But yes, I would say the other tip is probably better. That's on full power. So on the low heat, I don't think this would do it. I think you definitely would need the point. Right, what I'll do is I'll come back to you in a minute. I'm going to put the point on it and we'll try again and see how effective that is. Excuse me. Obviously I'm going to have to let this cool down to remove it. So I shall be back in just one moment. Okay, right, by the magic of video I've now changed the tip, and so we're going to fire it up again. As you can hear me above the machine spinning. Right, here we go. Here we go. Right. Now I dropped a bit of solder on this on the first test that I did when I was first showing you on the first video. So I'm going to have to dab it off with this bit of tissue. It shouldn't take long. There you go. Job done. Okay. And right, I've rewritten a new test and I put 3/8 there to see how versatile this thing is now. I think this is going to be much better because the temperature is going to be vastly improved. And it's a little bit more manageable as well because it's not as big. So I think this is probably going to be a better idea. So we'll give it a go anyway. That's a slight problem. Okay, right, now I've just noticed something. That little hole there, if you have it facing down on the wood, it starts to burn the wood. So you have to make sure that that is facing up when you're using the iron, because otherwise you'll end up with a brown mark, which you can see here. So I'll give that a go. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's much more responsive. The thing is really is just to take your time. Yeah. Yeah, that definitely works better, I think. As I say, MDF is a funny material as far as wood burn is concerned, because it's got like little nodules in it, so you have to steer it carefully. on a proper piece of wood. MDF is just made up of crushed sawdust really, isn't it? So you could end up with a completely different finish on a proper piece of oak or hardwood, you know. But yeah, the results are okay actually. To say, this is just take your time. Rome wasn't built in a day, as they say. And if you want to make a good job of it, yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's not bad. Not bad at all actually. You definitely get a deeper burn. Right, what I'll do is I'll rub that over and then I'll show you the end results. So, as I say, it's easy to turn it off. Literally flick the switch and off it goes. And then put it out the way to cool down. Okay, I shall come back to you in just one moment. Okay, right, I've sanded this down. And I'm going to rub a bit of oil on it. This is literally just a bit of cooking oil. Oh yeah. So you can imagine a clear varnish, or if you were going to use oil just to oil the wood, then that'd be quite effective. There you go. I know it's a bit pissed, but this was just a demonstration. And I suspect if you really wanted to make sure you got it all in alignment, you could put very, very fine lines, pencil lines, so you can rub them out later. It gives you a good idea of what it's capable of anyway. So, there you go. So that's, yeah, so it does wood burning. But as I say, you've got to make sure the little hole's facing up, because you end up with that. So yeah, I think it was a good demonstration of how it works. It's basically just taking your time really. It's not a 2-minute job obviously, but as you get more, better using it, and if you experiment with different tips, soldering tips, I think you'll probably get even better results. So I've rushed that really. I haven't really taken my time with it, but it gives you a good idea anyway. Anyway, I hope this video has been useful to you. Please hit that like button, and if you've got any comments to make or any questions, please put them down below. Till next time, goodbye.